Holy shit, what a episode.
But if you close your eyes, if you close your
Alright, what's up guys? My name's Nick and welcome back to my channel. And wow. Alright, so this episode was episode 9 in season 4, which was called The Watchers on the Wall. This may be the best episode ever in Game of Thrones. It was really intense, and I'm pretty sure this was the most expensive episode yet for Game of Thrones. So let's get started for the review. Before I get to the battle, let's just talk about the minor stuff that happened in like the first 15 minutes. And it opens up with Jon Snow and Sam talking before the big battle. It's like the calm before the storm. And they're just joking around, and Sam's just wondering what's it feel like getting with a girl because he never got with one. So that was kind of funny. And I really like the chemistry between Sam and Jon because they're like completely two different characters, and it's just funny to watch. Next, we get the promise that Mance Rayder made, and he lit the fire to signal his scout team to attack. So we see Jon Snow looking over the wall, and he sees the huge fire, which means the battle is about to begin. We get to see the giants and the mammoths. They start charging. Yeah, and this CGI, guys, was really good. It was like something you see in the movies. So I was really impressed with the CGI of the giants and the mammoths, and I guess that's why this is the most expensive episode yet for Game of Thrones. Alright, next, so we see Sam and Gilly reunited, and right before they're about to kiss, we hear the horns going off, meaning that the battle's about to start, and Sam makes Gilly hide in this spare room. Alright, so the battle begins, and we get to see that pretty much the Watchers are outpopulated, like 1,000 to 1, I think the ratio was that someone said. And it looks like they have no hope, but we get to see Sir Alliser. I didn't really like him before, but in this episode he's pretty badass. He comes down and rallies the troops up, and he pretty much kicks ass until the 7-foot main wildling wounds him. But he gets away and he doesn't die, so I'm pretty sure he's still alive. So after that, Jon Snow, we get to see his leadership he's on top of the wall, telling everybody what to do. And then it's time for him to come down because shit's going down, and you know Jon Snow, the badass that he is, he will wreck people. So Jon Snow comes down, and right off the bat he kills like 5 or 4 people. Alright, so another awesome scene in this episode was that Jon Snow tells Sam to unleash the direwolf, and after he releases the direwolf, the direwolf immediately goes and rips someone's face off, and it was bloody, and it was beautiful seeing a direwolf in action again. I thought that was pretty awesome. So after Jon Snow kills the big head wildling, the 7-foot wildling, and he kills him in a pretty cool way. He was like getting choked out by him, and then he picks up a hammer and then smashes his head in, and yeah, that's the end of that wildling. And I didn't know what was gonna happen in this episode, but right after Jon Snow kills the head wildling, he sees Ygritte, and Ygritte's pointing a bow and arrow at him, but she decides not to kill him once again. I don't know why. I don't know why she keeps on not killing him. It doesn't really make any sense. But because of this, Jon Snow smiles at her, and then of course, Ygritte gets killed by the I don't know what his name is. It's the little kid that Ygritte killed his dad in like in the season premiere of season 4. So it was pretty much like vengeance for that little kid, and yeah, I mean, it's pretty upsetting to see Ygritte go, but I mean, she kills everybody anyway, so I mean, she really wasn't that good of a person. I mean, she did save Gilly and Little Sam, but other than that, she didn't really give a shit about anybody else. So I mean, it's kind of sad. I guess we could say it's another good character that's gone now. But what do you expect from Game of Thrones? All right, next, Jon Snow. Jon Snow. Why was I gonna say that? He actually sends 5 guys down to defend the inner cage because the giants are breaking through, and it turns out that those 5 men sacrificed themselves and actually killed the giant that came through, which was pretty epic. I mean, they started chanting stuff, and they actually killed a giant, which was pretty awesome. So the battle is pretty much over after that. Jon Snow's still alive, Sam's still alive, Gilly's still alive, and Sir Alliser is, I'm pretty sure, still alive. He's just wounded. So not really a lot of deaths this episode except for Ygritte, which is, I don't know, that might be a good thing, but I guess we'll see what happens now, because now Jon Snow is gonna go find Mance because he thinks that's the only way that they can actually win this war, because even though they won the war for that day, they still outnumber them 1,000 to 1. So Jon Snow knows that if they come the next day, they're pretty much fucked. So yeah, Jon Snow leaves and he tells Sam that he's leaving to go find Mance and he's gonna have to kill him, which I don't know how that's gonna turn out. And I was thinking, Jon Snow actually gives his sword to Sam, and I was like, really? I think you're gonna need that sword, Jon Snow, really? So yep, that's pretty much the episode. What an amazing episode. I'm gonna give this episode a 10 out of 10. It might be my favorite episode of Game of Thrones yet. So much action, especially this one shot they had. It just panned around the whole fight scene and everybody was just battling each other. It was pretty awesome. But yeah, I guess the in the season finale we're gonna see the outcome of what happens with Tyrion. We're gonna see the outcome of what happens to Jon Snow if he actually finds the Mance and kills him, or if they're gonna save that for next season. But thanks a lot, guys, for watching. Leave a comment down below what you guys think of this episode. Personally, it was one of my favorites, but let me know what you guys think. Please like and subscribe, and
does it almost feel like nothing changed at all? And if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like you